Hello, party people. We're trying a new format yet again. I'm not in the car right now, but I'm sitting here journaling as I do. And I was writing about how I feel like there's something missing in my life. Like, okay, cool, I'm practicing letting go and I'm focusing on how I can enjoy life, whatnot. But there's something missing. There is something missing. I still find myself waiting in order to feel better as opposed to just feeling better right now. And I got some divine advice, basically, telling me to get my act together. My spiritual guidance team informed me that I've been living in this mental spiritual plane a little too much. You want me to tell you exactly like what I journaled about? What actual guidance I got? Should I read it for you? Let me put you down. Let's read. Okay, so this is me talking. I really want to let go, but I'm not sure what's stopping me. Maybe I'm missing clarity on where I currently find myself. Maybe I'm scared to face the reality of not exactly being where I want to be. And this is where I got the little intuitive nudges. They said, I said, we said, there is no shortcut. There is joy, but there is no denying of 3D, physical realm. We live in 3 planes of existence: mental, physical, and spiritual. And you've been dwelling in the space of only 2 of them. Thanks for calling me out. Discipline is key. Routine and structure are freedom in disguise. Love your life by taking care of it. Don't confuse trust in the divine with procrastination. And that's all I wrote. Yeah, that kind of left me in a state of, that's a weird angle, semi-disbelief and inspiration at the same time, because yeah, like I need to pull myself together because I've been all over the place. So yeah, I wrote down a list of 3 things that I need to get done, and we're gonna do them. The three things that I plan to do in order to get my life back on track. Number 1, clean my space. I'll show you guys what my room looks like. Number 2, track finance. So I really need to take a look at my financial situation and what my trajectory looks like for the rest of the year, and just make sure that I'm just saving and spending wisely. That's really all I need to do there. And number 3, which is the most daunting, create a routine. Morning, night, eating. Yeah. So let's do it. Let's get started. I'm overwhelmed. But I mean, I'll use my old cleaning technique where I just start in one place and then just go from there. But I wanted to give you the game plan. Wash the sheets. Next, put stuff away. There is a place for everything. I have made a little system for myself in the past, and so it should be pretty easy to do all that. Before we continue, we must turn on the lights. It is getting dark outside. There's one. They were both supposed to turn on at the same time. Now we're just waiting on Miss Ball to shine her bright, beautiful light. And there we go. Then we wipe down surfaces. We dust. We disinfect. There you go. After that, vacuum, sweep, hardwood floors, carpet, easy. Lastly, what's the word? Purge. purge my plants. Unfortunately, it's been a tough last couple weeks for me, and some of my plants got neglected. So, we are basically done here. Well, sheets are still in the dryer, which is good. It's good that I finished. Well, ignore the random boxes, but other than that, I finished. My body is tired. There was a point where my butt was cramping and it couldn't stop. I had a chair in here. Let's bring my chair back. How does it feel? How does it feel? I'm tired. It does feel better. These wheels, I'm taking them tomorrow to get tires so I can put them on my car finally. But that brings us to our next adventure, which is finances. These wheels, I don't know much about wheels. All I know is these were a pretty penny. They were a pretty penny, so I kind of took a little hit financially. And yeah. I don't know how much I can share with you regarding my finances, or how much I want to, but basically all I have to do is find a pen, find a paper, and all I have to do is calculate how much I need to save and how much I can spend by the end of the year. So we're going to find out. We're going to do the math and we're going to find out. We're back. Sat down for a little bit, recognized that my main priority is to save money. Luckily, I'm not in a lot of debt like I was last time I budgeted. It did take me a little bit to remember how to use my little budgeting sheet. You can find it I found mine on YouTube. There's so many videos on it. I'm not the budgeting specialist here, but readjusted some of the numbers and stuff or whatever. Came to the conclusion that I can stay in debt, or I can go back into debt when it comes to my car repairs, and I can always just pay it off in the future. The main priority, I need to save real money, around 2K, because we're splitting the rent 3 ways, and it's going to be, I'm going to anticipate it being around, at most, 1K for 1 month's rent, including all the other utilities and bills or whatever. I don't know if I should pull out cash because I don't have a savings account, but yeah, plan is to save around $700 per month in 3 months. I mean, I can loosely use my budgeting calculator, but it's not really too strict, luckily. On to the next and final task that I've given myself. Make a routine. I think my main goal is just to brainstorm ideas, what I want my bedtime routine to look like, what I want my morning routine to look like, and yeah, just kind of lay it out for myself. That's just going to be like an everyday thing, but we can always make a template for me. So in the next clip, I should have a plan. Oh, so I put on my bed sheets. And I had to tell you guys, for your guys' sanity. But I'm going to continue this tomorrow, just because I'm getting overstimulated with these tasks. So my dog is freaking out right now. It's 5 a.m. I'm kind of scared too. I think there's lightning. I think. My blinds are closed, but I saw a flash outside, and it is pretty windy and cloudy. Probably only slept for like 4 hours. Oh, there's lightning, guys. I wanted to see it for myself. I also don't want to stand out in the middle of the... Yeah, she's freaking out because of that. That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm sorry, Socks. Look at her. The abyss. The abyss is scared. Oh, she's following me. I'm sorry, Socks. I'm bringing you out into the danger. Oh, there's thunder now. Oh, she really had to pee. She really had to go. I'm gonna say something dramatic when the lightning comes. Like, what should I say? We exist in 3 planes of existence. Mental, spiritual, and physical. That was pretty good. I'm sorry, Socks. She's really she doesn't want to leave my side, but she doesn't want to be out here. Don't confuse the trust in divine with procrastination. Oh, okay. It's time to go inside now. Dude, look. We're back inside. I whipped up a very vague routine for myself in the mornings and at night, especially the days that I work, because that's when I need to manage my time better. Since I do work 10 hours per day, it leaves me with very little wiggle room to get the things that I need to get done and like to have extra time for random activities. So let me pull up the notes that I created. I made a very vague list of things that I wanted to get done just to get an idea of what we're working with. And then I used AI to my advantage. So I threw my list into ChatGPT and I had her kind of spice it up a little bit more just because she knows me a little bit, make the routine better, fill in any gaps that I am missing in my values or whatever. I have no idea. But let's go over what we collected. So you might be wondering why it says 4 a.m. in the morning. Yes. Yeah, there was a point in my life where that was pretty easy for me to do, but in the past few weeks, my body has really been prioritizing sleeping in. And yeah, I kind of been lacking in that aspect. So I've been I've been just getting up around the latest that I can get up, which is around like 5:50, like really late. And all I have time to do is just get ready and leave. So I do want to get back into that. And then, yes, I give myself around an hour to finish the workout. That's enough time. Then at 5:15, I wanted to meditate, clear my head, kind of set the vibe for the day. ChatGPT kind of added like a reinforcing of my vision for the future, review my goals, and just get closer to embodying the version of myself that I want to become. And then at 6:20, leave the house. That gives me enough time to make it to work at 7 a.m. sharp and leave work at 5:30 p.m. Well, I close. That time is inaccurate. I usually leave around 5:45 and get home at 6:30. Gonna give myself some time to relax. And what do we mean by relax? Not scrolling on my phone. I could go for a walk because I don't get that much steps at my job currently. This is so comfortable. I'm gonna fall asleep. And then once I'm done unwinding, doing what I do, that could involve like journaling, whatever I'm feeling. And then I have to eat dinner. At the bottom, you'll see it says plan meal prep accordingly. So that just means making sure I get my groceries and I cook my food on my days off when I have time to do that and not on a day where I have to work. That's an ideal situation. So eat whatever I have already made, pack a lunch, something creative. This is something that ChatGPT told me to do. Well, yes, I don't want to like leave that out of the equation. I mean, that could be up for interpretation too. Like I could consider that maybe like editing a video or coloring with crayon, journaling. 8:15, get ready for bed. 9 p.m. sleep. And do it all over again. So this is going to be my routine for 4 days of the week when I work, and on my days off. I could try to keep this routine, but I can be a little bit more lenient because I don't have a 12-hour gap that I'm obligated to sacrifice. Yes, I understand that going from no routine to this semi-strict routine is not very black and white. I understand that it's probably most likely going to have to be a gradual process where maybe on the first day I'll be super optimistic, wake up on time, do everything on time, but in reality, probably in like 5 days in, I might be slacking. And I need to give myself some credit. I shouldn't be talking to about myself like that. But I'm just being real. Like, that's just what happens. So in order to alleviate that, the trick is to start small, start somewhere. So one thing that I can focus on is the first thing, which is wake up at 4 a.m. That's going to be where we start. And then, yeah, gradually throughout my weeks, my months, I trust that I stick to this plan. I mean, hey, I was told by a force outside of me to do this, so I think I should listen to that. Which is kind of, this is off topic, but something I've noticed where it's easier for me to listen to outside authority than my internal authority. And I think that needs to be dissected. Why? Why am I like this? Why is it so easy for me to not listen to myself? I don't have that answer right now. But I know there is an answer. Maybe I can ask for some intuitive guidance. Falls asleep. Okay, I got some insight. So basically, it's harder for me to follow my own directions because it really comes down to setting boundaries with myself and recognizing the consequences of what happens if I don't. And I was confused by that, so I asked. And I was invited to take a step back from the picture and recognize, like, what's the whole point of doing all this? Like, why do I want to be more disciplined? And first instinct was in order for me to be more free. That's a feeling that I want to emulate. Second instinct was I want to know that I'm doing everything that I possibly can so that I'm well equipped in order to have a fulfilled life. Yeah, so it really comes down to what or who I want to identify as. Like, is the greatest, grandest version of myself the one that wakes up at 4 a.m. to work out and makes time to meditate and clear space mentally, physically? Or is it the version of me that sleeps in? It's not really like toxic masculine energy. It's more just like necessary tools or habits that, I mean, just come with this future identity, this version of myself. That's what I'm striving for. Yeah. I'm gonna conclude the video right here. It was fun. It was fun. This little side quest that we went through. It made cleaning kind of fun, like recording all of that. It's kind of hard for me to mix, I guess, play with calculating my finances just because that part requires so much thinking and math, and like I need to use a different part of my brain in order to do all that. But I got the gist of it, at least. It was kind of cool, the whole lightning situation. I knew it had to mean something significant, like the fact that it struck when I mentioned or when I quoted the stuff from my journal. I searched it up. I mean, ChatGPT just said that it's like a powerful symbol that universe or nature or my outer reality responds to my inner reality. Lightning usually symbolizes like an illuminating of a truth or a sudden realization or something. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to sleep.